Welcome to No Fun Channel. I'm Felix, and I finally put my book out for sale. I wrote a book. It's called A Dad's Journey Home Through Space to Hell and Back. Basically, it's about a guy. It's basically me in the story, getting kidnapped by aliens and sold into slavery. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating bullets to put it out there. I was so nervous, but I did it. Now, do I expect it to be a bestseller? No. But it's out there. I did price it. I'm not sure if I priced it high or not. At this point, I'm not that worried. And like I said, my goal is to sell 5 copies. So if I can sell 5 copies, awesome. I did try to do paperback as well, but it's taken a while to get reviewed. I was going to do a novel, but the hardback, but I might do the hardback too. I'll go back and do it. But yeah, it's out there. Uh, wow. What's funny is after I put it out there for sale, I noticed all these little things I screwed up on. Not necessarily in the book itself, but just getting it out to the details. I put the wrong name on the book. I left a word out, so I had to go back and fix that. Yeah, so I was so nervous doing this. I just like I kept hesitating and hesitating and hesitating. I was like, let me just do it, and I think that's why I messed up so much doing it. But I'm working on 2 more books actually. One is a graphic novel, which will take some time to do. It's actually a graphic novel I started a while ago, and I'm trying to get the graphic novel for some reason. I'm just not interested in it. Interested in doing it. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it, and it's weird. It's like, just do it. It's something you've been wanting to do. So I want to sit down. I think my biggest problem is I know the artwork for the graphic novel sucks, so I'm trying to fix that. But man, just the idea that my book is out there for sale. See what happens. But yeah, and another weird thing is I had a whole list of ideas in my head, and I'm still bad about writing them down when I come up with it. I had seen some things online. And I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I didn't write it down. I don't remember what it was. It's completely gone. I kept hesitating doing the podcast this week as well, mainly because I was waiting for the book to be available, so I could put a link available for it. Man, I'm nervous talking about my book. And I've said before, I'm not expecting to be a bestseller. My goal is 5 books. But still, it's the fact that I'm putting myself in a vulnerable situation. I'm putting myself out there. This is all new to me. I still have my Facebook account, and I haven't told everyone on Facebook about the podcast. I did tell them about the book, but I didn't tell them about the podcast. I think it's because I don't want them to see this side of me. Maybe I'll put it out there. I'll put it on there. But yeah. Now, as for the podcast, I'm still having a blast doing it, but I'm not. I've already gotten bored with it. I was like, but nah, I do enjoy doing it. So why am I feeling like I'm bored with it? And I don't think it's because I'm bored with it. I think it's because I see other things I could be doing around the house and stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying this year I'm trying to put myself first, which is still hard. Another thing, I shaved and cut my hair. Now, I didn't go to the bar. I just chopped it off. I haven't been a barber in decades. Mainly because I just don't want to go to the barber. I don't want to spend the money. I just cut it off. I don't get anything fancy anymore. I got to the age where it's like, I don't care. I just cut it off. I used to even be able to line it up myself, but I don't even do that no more. Yeah, I shaved and cut the hair off. I was looking at it, I was like, I look like a thumb. My daughter said X, and now it's a thumb, because when I cut my hair off, I had a t-shirt on, and the way I looked in the mirror, I looked like a thumb. It's like, maybe I'll put a thumb graphic up with my face on or something. But yeah, it was just like, I look like a thumb. I haven't seen myself shaved like this. Wow, it's been a while. It might have been a year or more. I can't remember the last time I shaved. I don't shave that often anymore. It's like, what's the point? It's not like a lot of jobs ask you to shave anymore. Even restaurant jobs, they'll give you like a beard guard or something to put on. But yeah, I don't really shave anymore. I have all this shaving stuff. I got shaving, like I bought a new electric shaver. It's like, why did I buy that? I don't shave. I should have bought a cheap one, but I didn't. But I do use it to when I cut my son's hair to trim up his hair. But yeah, it's I think I look like a bum. Yeah, I got the fat, chubby face. I can't remember the last time I had a skinny face. It's like I am thinking about maybe going vegan for a little bit just to see if that helps me get some weight off. I did try to start exercising, but I don't want to exercise. I need exercise buddies. What I need. I used to work out on my own all the time. Like I said, I was never ripped, but maybe if I had an exercise buddy, I don't know. But I don't know. Working out just not appealing to me anymore. Hopefully I can lose the weight just through changing my diet. What's funny is I saw a whole bunch of people online talking about celebrities who lost weight recently. They were showing Busta Rhymes, they were showing 50 Cent, and Anthony Anderson. Anthony Anderson, I think, had the gastric bypass because he was or is diabetic, so he had to lose that weight quick. I don't think Busta Rhymes had surgery. I think he hit the gym and changed his diet, and 50 said he went to the gym. I can believe Buster and 50 going to the gym because they used to work out all the time. Buster got ripped at one point. I mean, he was ripped. Big shoulders, big chest. You know, he was And 50, anyone knows 50 or used to watch 50 knows he worked out all the time. Yeah, I can believe those guys definitely went to the gym. For some reason, recently, I've been listening to YouTube music. Obviously, or music on YouTube. And I wanted to hear 4 Minutes by Avant. And for some reason, I can't get that song. It's like it's triggered something in my brain. It's kind of inspired me. And I've been listening to a lot of love songs. And I kind of want to write one of those dirty, filthy books. You know, like one of those books that you see when I was young, you used to go to laundromat, they'd be sitting there reading those books. I kind of want to write one of those books. But yeah, the other story is it's a sci-fi story too. I'm just all over the place today. I think my nerves are shot because I put the book out a couple days ago and it said 72 hours. So I think I did it Monday and today is Thursday. So I waited till today to do the podcast. Man. My heart is racing. This really got me messed up. Maybe when I put this podcast out, I'll go on Facebook and also drop my podcast on there. But yeah, maybe I'll post it on Facebook about my podcast. But about Avant, I don't know why. I can't get it out of my head right now. It's like I got to keep listening to it. It's like it's inspired me to write something. I have an idea for a few sultry stories, you know. Some of them I don't want to make because I don't want certain people getting the wrong idea thinking it's about them. And I do know people and I'm around people who would think it was about them. It's like, it's not about you. You did not inspire this in any way, shape, or form. But I just don't think I might do those stories. I have other stories. And I got an idea for a manga. It's not an original idea, but it's a different take on the whole being isekai, or basically being killed and waking up in another world. So yeah, I got some ideas thrown around. I'm thinking maybe I'll take a break on the graphic novel since I'm so fighting against it in my head. I did start the other sci-fi book. So maybe I'll focus on that. And I think I need to go to the doctor. My throat. It's like I pulled something in my throat and it hasn't healed. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up, so when I go, I gotta remember to tell them about that. But my health is not the best. I'm working on it. Slowly but surely, I'm working on it. I don't want to get gastric bypass. I just want to be... I'm not to that point where I feel like I need gastric bypass. I do carry my weight pretty well, so that's an upside to it. I'm 6 foot even. I think right now 380. My highest was 388, but I've been holding at 380. It's like I'm stuck at 380. I can't get it to drop down below 380. I got it to go a little below 380, then I went back up to 380. It's like I'm just hovering around 380. Probably when I go to the doctor's office, I'll be back to 388. But yeah, I've been trying to be more cautious about what I eat, how much I eat. I've been going to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to skip days eating if I have to. I just want to drop this 30 pounds, get rid of 30 pounds at least. I am being more active around the house. I've been trying to do more things, take care of things that need to be done. So as soon as I get off work, I start going to take care of things I know need taken care of. There is after this, there is something I just thought I need to go take it. Because I want to get my Total Gym. When I get my Total Gym out, I like working out on it. I think I brought this up before, but the Gold's Gym, I'm not a big fan of it. I think I am going to disassemble it, and I'm just going to be out that money. I like it for certain things, but overall, I like the Total Gym better. I can move around easier on it, and it's more mobility, I guess you say, more nimble for me to move around on it. So I'll just go back to the Total Gym. The downside to the Total Gym and the Gold's Gym, the leg exercises. The leg exercises hurt my legs on the Gold's Gym, and I can't really hit the legs like that. I probably have to actually go to a gym, which I've been avoiding, but I may have to just suck it up and go. But we'll see. We'll see where. I stopped walking mainly because it's freezing out there. I started walking late last year, so I'm waiting till it warms up, and then I'm gonna start walking again. I'm going to push myself. I'm trying to just do cardio around the house, move. So that when I do start walking, I won't be. Because when I first started walking, I made it to my mom's house. I was like, I'm going to die. And then I walked home. And I was so proud of myself. So yeah, I'm going to push myself and try to get back out there and walk. But again, wait until it warms up. I'm not walking in the cold. I'm not young. If I got out there in this cold trying to walk, I'm probably going to die. Well, age has nothing to do with it. I'm just not in shape, so I'll feel it. Man, I'm all over the place. I'm so nervous talking about... Oh, I know. I was talking about Clip Studio. So, earlier I put a quick clip out about how I saw an anime, and I saw... I'm watching this, like, new animes coming out, and I'm watching the trailer for it, and I'm like, why does this seem so familiar? I've never seen this trailer before, but it seems so familiar. And then in the anime, the boy gets to throw a punch, and I'm like, oh, I know that punch. And what it is, there is a sample animation in Clip Studio that I downloaded like maybe a year or two ago, and it's like, and I had to scramble to go find it. I was like, yeah, there it is. I knew I recognized it. So yeah, it was just like, oh my God, that's that video. That's from that. And there's a link that'll take you to the actual site. If you go to Clip Studio, you can, I believe the sample is still up there, and you can go to their website, to Mechanical Arms, what it's called. You can go to their website. And what's funny is I was watching old animes, and there's an old anime that's similar to that. So I'm kind of wondering if they were inspired by that. I don't remember the name of the old anime. It's one of those that came on like Toonami or Adult Swim. And it's like, what was it? Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, you know what? I was watching it on YouTube. Let me see. Let me bring up my YouTube. Bear with me. Let's see. YouTube. History. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube, so here's all my music. I watch a lot of music videos. I don't know what was going on with the music, but I'm in the music mode right now. It's like, I just got to hear music. Oh yeah, I've been jamming to Kendrick Lamar for some reason. What's funny, when Kendrick Lamar first came out, I wasn't that big of a fan of his, but lately I just like DNA and Be Humble. Those two have just been jamming for me. Oh my god, I watch a lot of YouTube. Whoa. Come on. Oh, music videos. I can't find it. I thought it'd be like right here. It was this week I watched it. Okay. I guess I'm just not meant to find it. Because I wanted to go look for it and see if I could find it. And now it's like, oh my god, how much music videos did I watch? I knew it was a lot. Dang. Oh, another thing I heard, well, according to my wife, Avant's not doing too well, actually. I guess he's actually really sick, possibly, may not be around much longer. Sad to hear that. I don't know what the issue is. I personally didn't go look it up. I don't really so much like looking up that stuff a lot of times. But, yeah. Who knows, Another thing I think is weird, just a lot of people dying of cancer, especially celebrities. It's like, is someone giving them cancer? Did they piss off the wrong person? What's going on? It's like, wow. Good Lord, I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm going to have to stop watching YouTube. I didn't realize I was watching this much. Actually, I did. I knew. Why am I pretending like I didn't know? I knew. Wait, what was Monday? Monday was the 22nd. I'm all the way back to the 18th. It wasn't that far back. Where's that video? Okay. This is weird. Is that last Friday? Yeah, it had to be last Friday because Friday's not till tomorrow. Wow. It's like it disappeared from my history. Have you guys ever had that stuff disappear from your history? There have been times I was like, I know it should be in my history, and it's just not there. And TikTok does that too. And people didn't understand what I was trying to explain on there. It's like, no, it disappeared from my history. It's not there. I've gone and looked, and it's not there. And I guess this just, yeah, I remember doing that Sunday. From Sunday. Oh, wait, is my time off? Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Let me mute it. Okay. Give me a sec. I'm pulling up here. It's doing the ads. Don't you love when YouTube does the ads? It's like, I don't need the ads. I just need that anime. Oh, it doesn't have the skip option. I'm not sure how to pronounce Skyward, SC. Let me do this. Yeah. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. This is it. This is about a guy's arms transforms into a weapon. See? I remember this, but I never knew the name of it. So I may go see if I can find it, see if it's played anywhere. But yeah, that's what I was wondering, if maybe they got inspired by this. But there's some more scenes where, oh well. Oh, they're fighting. But yeah, it was a show that was, oh, there's a good shot. All right, minimized it. Let me see. Oh, but I completely missed it. Oh, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. And, well, maybe I can find mechanical arms. All right, here we go. You see this right here? I have something similar to this in the Clip Studio. So, yeah, it's in the Clip Studio. Now, in the Clip Studio, it's more raw. It's not like this. But this, they had it in Clip Studio, and I remember it, and it was just like, I couldn't believe it would. It was basically more the punch and throwing a punch. Oh, no, I can't find it. But anyways, it was just so weird, and that's why when I saw I saw this first, the trailer for them, and then I saw the forgotten animes from Adult Swim. I was like, I wonder if that inspired them, but I thought it was pretty interesting. But yeah, I got a lot of music on here I've been looking at. I mean, I've gone as so old school, like the Gap Band, listening to them. Billy Ocean, Ray J, Nina Simone, Etta James, Kendrick Lamar, Rihanna, Joe with Mystical, and Nelly Furtado, and Timberland. Yeah, I was just going old school music. And then I was listening to the Suicide Squad, the second Suicide Squad movie soundtrack. And, well, actually, no, it was the first. Sorry, it was the first soundtrack. I can't say her name. Gangster, and then Purple Lamborghini. But yeah, Kendrick Lamar, DNA, and Humble too for some reason. When I first heard them, but now they're hit different for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Maybe when it came out, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's rare that I go back and give music a second chance sometimes. Not because I'm like, I'll never get a second chance. No, it's just like, if it doesn't hit with me, I move on. You know, if I listen to it a couple times, it's like, I move on. But I was listening to it with the headphones on, so maybe that's why it hit different. I can hear all the little things. But yeah, it's just, I was just going off listening to all this music. And even today, I put Avant on. It was like, what is going on? And I don't know. But I'm sitting here going through my stuff. I follow a lot of people. I think I need to unfollow. I just don't follow them. I don't go to. I get notice of the videos and I just don't go to them. So I think I'm going to unfollow because you have to have views and stuff to get the money. That's how you get paid. And I'm not going there, so I'm not hurting their business. I don't know what it is. In the beginning, I'll follow some people, and there's like, I don't want to follow them no more. There's like some eating shows or YouTube shows I was watching, and now I'm bored with them. And there were some other React video channels I was watching, and now I'm bored with them. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, I don't know. The music, it's inspiring me to want to write, so maybe that's why I'm listening to it a lot. But while I was watching all those YouTube videos, I did come across something about free software for music, and I tried to download it, and I just couldn't get it to work. So I was like, screw this. And then I remember, I do have the Apple. I do have my MacBook, and I have, GarageBand? And I never did learn how to use it. And I wanted to create an opening for my show. Maybe I'll create one when I'm editing, and I can come up with something. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be like 30 seconds, just a quick, maybe 10 seconds. 10 seconds should be good. But I'm trying to think what kind of music. Just boom. Or I even thought about just going 1, 2, 3 and saying something. You know, like music does like 1, 2, 3, and then into the show. I'll come up with something. I just need a quick. I don't even need music necessarily. Just maybe a sound like I said. Some have like a quick cha. Maybe I will just go with some kind of sound. What kind of sound? I'll figure it out. But one thing, I was playing this word game. I've played this word game for a long time. I'm a horrible speller. But I like, I'm a horrible speller, but I like word games. If that makes any sense. And this word game glitches. And what I mean is, let's say you got like 5 letters. It says make 27 words. That's maybe not that many words, but and you're making all the words, and you come across one of the words. Say the word is buy, B-U-Y, and you do B-U-Y, but it won't take it. There are times it doesn't want B-U-Y because it's looking for something else. So you're like, okay, it's not B-U-Y, but then you have a B and a Y, and you're like, well, what else could it be? All the other letters are consonants. You know, it's like B-W-Y, B-X-Y. It's like, what is this? And then you do B-U-Y again, and it takes it. It's like, what in the world? Now, I was thinking about the opening music or opening sound. So, yeah, some podcasts will have music running through the whole thing. So, I don't know if I'm going to do that. But I'll watch podcasts and get an idea. And like I said, I've gotten really bad about writing stuff down. So, I need to focus more on that, getting written down. Because sometimes it's something interesting that I would like to talk about, but then I don't have it. But I'll get it. I'll get this together. I'm still learning. I'm still getting it together. I'll get there. One thing I did recognize is that for the graphic novel, I can't draw side faces anymore. I was trying to turn the head and draw it from the side. I used to be able to turn the head sideways and draw it, and I can't do it now. It was horrible. I was like, the head is too skinny. The ears are too close. The eyes are too far back from the nose. It's like, what is going on? Why can't I turn this sideways and draw it like I used to? But I think I may be able to fix that. I'm basically going back to basics, drawing side face. I'll get it down. I'm thinking I am taking a break on the graphic novel until February. Simply because where my drawing skills are lacking right now. So I'm going back and try to redraw and just learn how to draw again. I don't want to take too much time off. I want to get hopping on it. Like I said, I'm working on my second book, and I want to be more detailed with the second book because it's not as straightforward as my first book. My first book was pretty much point A, point B, point C. This one is going to be a little more detailed. I'm going in a different direction with this one compared to other sci-fi books. I'm trying not to say too much because people like to steal stuff, and you think, oh, I'm a small person, no one's going to see my stuff, and the next thing you know, there's a book out just like yours. It's like, what in the world? But basically, you know, it's about the human race in space. I'm going in a different direction with it. I didn't want to do the same human race story over and over and over. So I'm trying to go in a different direction. And I'm even thinking about doing a story about, now this one I'll tell you about because I'm not the first to come out with this. What's funny though is I thought about this idea a long time ago. It's the whole guardian angel giving a person a glimpse of what life would be like if you were never born or if you went down a different direction. And the idea is that this person is to see what life would be like if they went left instead of right. And if they gone left, they'd be like a billionaire. And the other life wouldn't exist. And if they go right, you know, they have family life, kids, wife / husband, whatever the spouse is. And they don't want to go back to it. And it's like, so now the angel's like, no, now you're ready to go back. And your person's like, no, I'm good. I'm a billionaire. Screw that life, you know. And so the story pretty much would be around the angel trying to figure out how to undo this. Well, the reason I told you that story is because I've seen that story sort of replayed on certain things. Not entirely like that. But yeah, I would take it in a different direction, definitely. There's two ways I could go with. There's a version with Nicolas Cage and Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle plays the angel, and Nicolas Cage gets to see his life if he had married his college sweetheart. But then he tries to make their life better by figuring things out. But he can't do it. He's not allowed to do it, basically, because all that would be erased. And he would have no memory of it. I was like, with the angel thing, because the angel's like, no, don't you going to miss your kids? And the guy's like, no, because you're going to erase my memories. I won't have any knowledge of them. So, yeah. And I've seen, like, I came up with that idea before TikTok, actually. I came up with that long time ago, and I never told anyone. But also, like I said, it's not an original idea. I would see little skits here and there, maybe pop up or someone else mention it. And recently I saw some TikToks, a couple people do it, talking about that same idea. And, hey, Hollywood, there's enough people saying you should go in a different direction with the whole angel thing. Have it that the person doesn't want to go back. Or maybe even with the Nicolas Cage version, maybe the person figures out a way to remember the old life and knows how to get that old life and have the new life, something like that. Yeah, you could have the angel forgot to wipe the memories, and now they have the family, and they know how to make their family rich. So it's like he's going to have his cake and eat it. So you could do that, and you could have one be a man, one be a woman. Flip flop. But yeah, I think that would be, if written correctly, that could be very interesting. Probably should get a lot of people who get these ideas and they just ham it up. Saw The Color Purple. If I had to choose between the original movie Color Purple and this one, the original. I've been hearing stories about Oprah blaming Taraji for the flop. I don't know if it's flopped or not. I don't believe that stuff on social media, because they talk about, I forget what movie it was, said it flopped. Like, it made its money back. That's not a flop. I don't know what your definition of a flop is. It's like, just because it didn't make the same amount as the other, like Miss Captain Marvel didn't make the money as like the other Avenger movies and stuff. People say it flopped. No, it made its money back. That's not a flop. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's a flop or if the whole, people like to make feuds up. Even when I was growing up, they did that stuff. People always made up feuds between people that didn't exist. But it was entertaining. It wasn't a movie I wanted to see. My wife wanted to see it. Someone saw it. And I did enjoy it. But if I had to choose, I'd definitely pick the old one. There's a scene that me and my wife were both hoping that they didn't like the original or similar to the original. And they didn't. And I think the original version was way better. It's the scene where the daughter of the preacher, what is her name? It's Taraji, I can't even say her name. Miss Henson's character. Basically, the singer and the preacher dad reunite. And in the original, she's at the club and she hears the church and she starts singing and she walks all the way there to the church and she's just belting it out singing, and her dad's just standing there staring at her, and they bond again. In the remake, they didn't do that. She's going to see him and starts singing, and he's singing, and they bond again. I think the other one hit way harder than this one. So yeah, so if I had to pick, it'd be the original. But here's the funny thing. I don't like The Color Purple. It's nothing against the movie. I've just never been a fan of it. It feels like a long movie to me. I think it is a long movie, the original. I can't remember how long it is. But yeah, I'm good on The Color Purple. I understand why people like it, but it's just never been a movie. I'm not into those type of movies. I'm not really into romantic movies and stuff like that. I like sci-fi. I like action. If there's some romance in my sci-fi or action, I usually just tune it out. Yeah, I've never really been into romantic movies. And it's not a guy thing. It's just, I've just never been into it. That's something I've always hated when they talk about guys not into romantic movies. There are plenty of guys into romantic movies. And there are plenty of women who are not into romantic movies. It's just a preference. I'm just not into romantic movies. Now, I'm not saying Color Purple's a romantic movie. I just went down that path. But Color Purple just doesn't appeal to me. I think mainly because when it came out, I was a kid, and it was like when it was on TV, my mom watched it. So it's like, and now my wife watches it whenever it's on. It's like, it's, it is what it is. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get why they remade it in the first place. I understand they made a musical out of it. That's perfectly fine. But there was really, really, really no reason to remake that movie. And if it is flopping, that's proof right there it should have been remade. I Hollywood's so afraid to try something original that they'll just remake it and remake it and remake it and remake it. It's like, there's a reason people aren't going to the movies anymore, and it's not because you're putting out new stuff. It's because some of the new stuff you're putting out is just bad. It's like you're willing to take a risk on something that's extremely stupid, but when you do get a hold of a good script, you're like, no. So, yeah, Hollywood. I think we should get away from Hollywood, especially in this day and age. I'm surprised I haven't seen more homegrown movies popping up on the big screen. I know it takes a lot to get those circulating around, but even so, YouTube, you could make a movie, put it on YouTube even. I don't know what the limit is for YouTube to put something up on there. You know, make your movie, put it up there. There were some people who used to have like YouTube shows, basically TV shows on YouTube, which I really don't see anymore. And I'm not just talking about like skits; they were doing full shows. And I think there were some people that did a fan fiction Scooby Doo. But yeah, maybe someone out there, if you got the money, should start doing that. That'd be interesting if someone could create a streaming service that does it. Maybe one exists and we just don't know about it. But let me rephrase it. I don't know about it. Where people can really do TV shows. You know, put them on there. They can create their own TV show and have it streaming and stuff. That'd be interesting. But yeah, Hollywood should not have the power it does anymore, but it still does. And I think the wrong people are trying to lead the movement to get away from Hollywood, to be honest with you. You need more charismatic people in charge, trying to get people away from Hollywood. Try to get them into more, take that power away from them, get them more into social media where they can do their own thing, do their own movie, do their own TV show. So I think that would be a lot better. If I had an opportunity to do a TV show, it'd probably be a sci-fi show first off. Or a fantasy show of some kind. It'd probably be some magic abilities, or advanced technology. Both. We'd do both. But yeah. Oh, I was going to do the Shits and Gigs game, but they had a guest on, so they didn't do it. So maybe I'll try to do it next week. I was all set to do it too. I was like, all right, let me get my camera. Let me do this. And then it's like, I went and found their recent episode. It's like, oh, they got a guest on. So much for doing that. I'll do it next week. But yeah, it was interesting. They had a good guest on, but it was there. He said something. I can't remember what the guest name is, but he said something to them about they don't need to have guests on because you guys are where you are because of you two, because of your dynamic, because people are tuning in to watch them. The truth is, that's how I first found them, was that it was just them. I didn't see them with a guest. I saw them and I enjoyed them. And so I looked them up and I've been watching ever since. A lot of podcasts that have guests on, I feel like, don't know how to interview guests. Shits and Gigs are getting there. They're not perfect at it. Trash Taste it's another podcast I watch, and they're hit or miss with their guest. I think if they have a guest on that they know, it goes good. If they have a guest on who nobody's met, it's a little more difficult. It's like they're filling the guest out. They don't know what to do. if you watch like Conan O'Brien or Steve Colbert or any of them, they've gotten used to being able to navigate that. So just take trial and error. And both podcasts, they don't have guests on all the time. If they had guests on all the time, they'd probably get better at it. But yeah, that's something that you have to practice at. That's something you have to keep doing and get better at. I was, wow, something popped in my head and went right out again. So yeah, so I think if they come to their trash taste, they talked about having guests on. And I think they were talking about doing less guests, which is not a bad thing because again, I watch them for them. Actually, I like their interaction the same way I like Shits and Gigs interaction. Whether it's just the two of them on Shits and Gigs or all four of them, I just enjoy the interaction. It's hilarious for both of them, for Trash Taste and Shits and Gigs. But yeah, I think if you're going to do cast, you should do it on a regular basis so that we can get good at it. Individually, they've all talked to people, but it's been planned out, and they don't have to worry about playing off of each other. Then when I talk about Trash Taste, I should mention that. Yeah, I think as a group, if they're going to do it, they should definitely have more guests on, so that way they can get more used to it and it will flow better. I mean, they've been on for a while, but they haven't been having guests on as a group for that long. But yeah, it's something that it's a talent to be a TV host or a talk show host, to where you can talk to guests and stuff. It's not just, some people are naturals and some people aren't. And even the ones that aren't natural, as long as they keep doing it, they usually get better. So yeah. So anyone out there who's looking to have guests on your podcast, you might want to consider doing it on a regular basis so you get better at it. I was just thinking, I was at work today and I was helping someone out. I told him my name when I met him. My name is Felix. I helped him out. And at the end of the situation, they call me Stewart. And I just went, okay. It was like, oh, thank you, Stewart. I'm like, you're welcome. And it was like, my name's not Stewart. I want to be like, where the hell did you get Stewart? It's like, I used to work at another call center. I used to get George a lot. I was like, I tell them my name is Felix. How can I help you? And they, well, George. Like, where'd you get George? It's like, where are you getting George from? It's like, I said Felix. It's like, I know I got a cold, but come on. It's not that bad. Like, I can understand if they said Alex or Philip or Phil or something like that. But George? Where are you getting George from? Oh, I had to take a water break. Yeah, definitely get my throat checked out. It hurts. It started hurting when I sneezed, and I could literally feel something pulling there. So it doesn't hurt as much. Like when it first happened, it was like, oh, it hurt. But now, it's not as bad, but it still hurts. I wonder, I may or may not say anything when I go to the doctor. Just because I know what it's from. And with I'm using my muscle. I talk every day, and I'm doing a podcast. So yeah, it's gonna take a while for it to heal. So, there was one thing I wanted to start doing something regular on my podcast, and I wasn't sure what to do. And I thought about things in the news, but things in the news right now are stuff I don't want to talk about. There's some crazy stuff going on. I don't do politics. I don't do religion. So, I don't know. Nothing in the news like really jumped out at me going, here's something in the news. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't know what I would talk about. I guess Hugh Jackman's wife is breaking her silence. I don't care about that. And then there's Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. Cryptic message. Don't care about that. So yeah, for me, celebrity news is not news. It has to be really something to jump out at me. Like, what was this? Jazz Jennings loses 70 pounds. Oh, it's that transgender person. That's the one that was a kid and well, they didn't transition. They began the process, but I guess it's news that she lost 70 pounds. I think celebrity news is slowed down a lot. Linda Carter still looking good at 72. For anyone who's wondering, I'm on Yahoo News. I'm trying to think. Well, I don't really have any like news sources I go to. I don't go looking for stuff, but I wanted to create something. I don't know what to create. I want to have a regular thing that I can go to and talk about. Because I'm a one-man podcast, and I think it would help a lot if I had a regular thing I could talk about on each podcast. But then again, you gotta always see if you can find something about it. So that would be the thing. And I'm just using Yahoo to see if I can get any clicks. I'm not really a tech guy to where I talk about tech all the time. I get tired of talking about tech. So that's not an option because I can see me burning out on tech. Do I like tech gadgets? Sure. Do I want to talk about it all the time? No. I like anime, but not to the point where I want to talk about it all the time. Maybe I just be that one podcaster, that one man podcaster who doesn't have a thing. Oh, here's one. Here's some. The Stanley Cups. What's so special about them? Seriously. I've seen there's cups that are been out that do what that does and they're a lot cheaper. The price went up on them because it became popular. It used to be the Yetis or the thing, and now it's the Stanley Cups. So, I mean, oh, there is one thing that caught my attention. I just thought of. Ring is no longer going to allow the police unlimited access anymore. They're going to go with privacy now. They have to get a warrant. So, I never liked the fact that Ring did that in the first place. That was messed up. The police shouldn't just be able to go, we need access to all this. There should have been a warrant in the process for that in the first place. But yeah, that's something that caught my attention. Because we were thinking about doing that, getting a Ring doorbell, and we never did. Of course, I believe Ring you got to pay a subscription for it. If I also didn't get it. I didn't want to have to pay a subscription for it. I could be wrong about that. I know some of them you got to pay a subscription, which I thought was stupid. I think what it is storage. I understand that, but I'm not paying a subscription for my doorbell. I'm just not paying a subscription for my doorbell. Call me Gen X, call me a boomer. Yeah, paying a subscription for your doorbell sounds stupid to me. So, yeah, I just don't get that. Here's a subscription. Let's look around here on Yahoo, and I remembered I used to look at my horoscope just for fun. I haven't done it in a long time. I don't remember what I am. I know I'm a cusp. I fall between Aquarius and Capricorn, or Capricorn and Aquarius. Because depending on what you look at, some say I'm a Capricorn, others say I'm Aquarius. Like this on Yahoo says I'm Aquarius. Something recently said I was Capricorn. So it all depends on what they're feeling. I don't know if leap year plays a part in this or not, but yeah. And so what I used to do, I would look at both of them just see what they said. So since it says Aquarius, today brings a big shift in thinking or in the way you live your life, and it's most certainly positive. You should be better able to cope with changing circumstances that are on the way. That's not bad. just in case you wanted, I never believed in any of this stuff. I just thought it was fun to look at. Your friend and family are trying to get you to various do various favors for them, but you've only got so much time in one day. You should try prioritizing, but still have no. But you, oh my God, I can't read. But you'll still have to say no a lot. I don't get that one. That's the Capricorn one. Definitely not a Capricorn this month. I don't know what you're talking about there. If I had to pick, I say the Aquarius definitely fits with me and my changing circumstances. I'm trying to put me first. I gotta put me first. That's from Taraji P. Henson, Empire. Couldn't think of the name of the show. There's something in there where she's screaming at Lucius, talking about I gotta put me first. Maybe if I find the clip, I'll throw it up there. But yeah, I remember doing that a lot, actually. I can't remember if it was Yahoo, or what site I used to use, but I used to always go to the horoscopes and look at them and see what was what. But yeah, it's interesting to read them and play around. Like when we do Japanese or Chinese food, we get the fortune cookies. We'll joke about those and look at the. Has anyone noticed the fortune cookies aren't really fortunes anymore? They're more, they haven't been fortunes for a long time. Like you used to get, like your look's going to change there. Like you actually get something that says so. Now it's just like something stupid. Like it's going to be a rainy day or something stupid. It's like, it makes no sense. It's like, how's that a fortune? So I think they just ran out. What they used to say, Confucius says. I think Confucius quit, and his brother Confucian is in charge. But yeah, fortune cookies aren't fortunes anymore. Kind of missed that. They still are. I'm trying to remember when they started doing it. They give you like your lucky numbers on the back of the fortune. They didn't always do that, and someone will do like Chinese word of the day or Japanese word of the day, depending on where you get them from. But yeah, that stuff is interesting to me. Like dreams. I saw a thing where someone was talking about dreams. Now, I will have to admit, dream stuff I kind of believe in because I had some stuff happen to me where I had a dream and then it came true like the next day or two. And it was just, so I do kind of believe in the power of dreams. I wish I could control my dreams and time travel with them because I've been taking a lot of numbers with me, let me tell you. But I saw something where someone talked about that stuff. It was like, that's a more common thing than you think, where you'll dream something and then it happens. Maybe there's a little something to it. You never know. Come find out that stuff is real. That'd be awesome. But oh man, I'm getting clogged up here. I don't know if I'm going to make it to full hour this time because my nose has clogged up on me. I cannot seem to get better. So I always get sick when it gets cold. Me and cold just don't get along. I need to move someplace warm. But right now, every place warm is way too political for me. I would have to move to like the Bahamas or maybe even I'll go to Puerto Rico. That's still America. But yeah, I need to move someplace warm because this cold air is probably literally killing me. I understand why old people move to Florida and warmer climates and stuff. Definitely don't want to move to Texas right now because they are getting froze out. It's 100 degrees every day and all of a sudden ice everywhere. So it's like, whoo, good luck, Texas. But yeah, I'm clogging up. This might be my shortest video. I was trying to keep them all at least an hour over a little bit, an hour or more, because I find the more I talk, the easier it's getting for me. I am going to look into maybe finding something I would enjoy talking about. But there's no one thing. I'm a guy who's never been really into just enjoying one thing and then talking about it. I've never been that guy. I've never been heavily into sports. I've never been heavily into anything to where I can sit down and just talk hours and hours and hours about it. It's just not me. But I don't know. I do know one thing I can talk about is finances. Right now, our finances. We're one of those people. We make good money, but we're struggling. But we have some bills, some loans that are going to be paid off here soon, so that'll be nice. We just gotta hang in for a couple more months, a little more than a couple more months, but once those are paid off, I think it's going to be about. Actually, I don't remember exactly how much. It's going to be enough to make a difference. And maybe we can get back on track again. Since I've lived in this house, I've been in this house for, my daughter, 15 years. And in that time, we spent over $20,000 fixing things. Two major things we had fixed was the plumbing and the roof. Our porch needs fixed. Our fence needs fixed. So that's probably going to be another $20,000 getting those two things fixed. So yeah, it sucks owning your own house. I always wanted to own my own house so I could do what I wanted in it and not have to worry about a landlord. But at the same time, you got to take care of it. You got to fix everything. So that's it. That's the major downside. So there are times I'm like, maybe I should have bought my own house. But then there are times my son is screaming, doing something like, it's a good thing we got our own house because we would have got kicked out. And there are times I'll scream at my kids just goofing off. So that's another thing I need to do is look for a new chair because I keep slumping down in it. And I'm sliding already. I'm sliding down to my chair. I can feel it. I'm sliding. I think I can even see it. Good Lord. I don't know what I'm going to do with this chair. Maybe if I lean back a little. Nope, I think I'm sliding more. It is what it is. Maybe if I lose some weight, I won't slide as much. There's my motivation to lose weight so I don't slide in my chair. I think I mentioned earlier, I did try to start working out. I was doing some cardio just at my desk while I was working. I did that for a week. And then next week I was like, no. I don't know. It's just like the following week, it's just like, nah, I'm good. Not doing it. I know I need to lose the weight, but my body was just like, nah, we're good. We'll just stay fat. It's like, no, we can't stay fat. I got to get rid of all this. I'm not going to show my fat on the camera. But yeah, I tried to work out, but when the following week kicked around, it was just like, my body was just like, no, I just couldn't do it. I'm still going to try to force myself to work out. I'm trying to get back out there, get moving. Like I said, I'm doing stuff around the house. So hopefully that works. So, yeah, I'm going to call it right here. I'm clogging up again. I just wish I knew I was clogging up so much in this room. Definitely going to turn the air purifier on. But thank you for tuning in. That's my take on this and that. You guys have a nice day.